for a program which is geared to enrich you, mind, body, and soul, right here on 246 BajanVibesRadio.com, 12 till 3 on a Sundays AM, 7 till 10 p.m., 8 till 11 Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it. Feeling lethargic? Feeling lazy? Feeling tired?
Wow, great evening. We are here again.
Hey, yeah.
Welcome. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome, welcome, welcome. It's truly amazing because today was a great day outdoors, and I took a lot of walk in nature, and it was so beautiful, so gorgeous. And it's just a nice time of year when you look and you see the trees and the colors are changing, and they let go, right? They just loose off and they just blow in the wind and just let go. And so, what are you? Would be the question we want
Right.
to ask the audience tonight. What are you holding on to and not letting go, so that you can just free yourself and prepare for another season in your life? It's a great time of year, and it's good that we have a great topic. The topics I would say that we're talking tonight is about storms and how do you handle storms. And we're gonna another part of the segment we're gonna talk about tapping in. What do you tap into? And how do you feel when you tap into that inner self, that inner being? What do you draw from that? The level of wisdom, the level of understanding. What do you tap into? So we just want you to think about those things, and write it down. Have your journal, write it down, because we are big believers in journal and writing it out, whether it's digital on your phone or just practical paper, pen and paper. And how do you respond to those nudges that you feel, those whispers, and they don't leave you, even though you try to let it go, but it's quietly there, sitting within you. And it's not leaving you because there is something inside of you that you are impregnated with, your creativity, whatever that may be for you, that want you to share it with the world, and you have it within you. Tonight we
Right.
want to talk about how do you celebrate your wins. You know, we want to tell you tonight, celebrate your wins, big or small. You work hard to attain that. Pause, celebrate that because it's you. You put a lot into it. Sometimes it's tears, frustration, but it's part of you. And celebrate that because you're worth it. You're worthy enough to celebrate those moments that you have received those wins, whether it's big or small. What are your inner dialogue? What do you tell yourself on a daily basis? Are you telling yourself you're not enough, you're not good enough? But we're here tonight to tell you, remind yourself that you are special. We want to let you know that you are amazing. We want to let you know that you are unique and there's a special gift within you that is waiting to share with the world. What are your I ams? What do you tell yourself on a daily basis? What are your I ams? Are you reminding yourself, I am strong, I'm able, I'm capable? Because whatever follow your I am is very significant. it carries a level of energy, which carries a level of resonance for you. So be mindful of how you carry your I am yourself. What are your daily routines? Your morning routine, your nightly routine, your weekend routines. What do you do? What do you do that keep you strong? What do you do that keep you centered and balanced? What do you do? What do you hold on to? And as this topic we're talking about is Thomas, what anchors you as a person? We want you, the audience tonight, to sit back and relax and think about it. What is it that anchor you? Because this is a topic that we all gonna resonate with, because there will be some at different parts of our life, different times in our lives. And what do you hold on to in those moments when you feel frustrated, you feel down, you feel low, you feel like giving up? What do you hold on to? Is it your faith? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it God? Whatever you call it, that hold you down, and that you can grow through that situation, that storm. Can you grow through it? And what do you learn from that? Because as we can say tonight, we've been through our own storms, and we never move beyond that storm without not being different. It changed you. There's a seismic shift within you, whether it's big or small, because it's bio-individuality, as we learn in the school we graduated from. To each his own. Our journeys separate. But what's the common thread within all of us is that we always go through something at some point in time in our lives. And how we choose to look at it. How do we choose to look at that, whatever it is we're going through? And are you showing yourself grace, love, and compassion? Are you empowering yourself? Because you got to be rooted in self-love. You have to be rooted in self-love. That shapes you. Because as you step out into the world and you step in your power, wherever you go, as you step into that power, you're self-assured, you've done the work, you healed from all the traumas that you've been through. You're strong enough, and you're ready. You fortify yourself, and you're ready for the world. So you can step into spaces. You're strong enough. You carry a level of presence wherever you go. And that presence is beautiful. Because people can feel that. There's a level of energy that people feel from you. So sit back tonight, relax, and reflect on those things that I spoke of. Where are you at this point in your life? It's September, almost to the conclusion, and moving into October, getting ready to close out the year. We know you want to finish strong. What makes sense to you when you look at your goals and your objectives, and what is it that's going to make sense to you to finish strong, and you can carry that forward with that level of momentum into 2026, and you have the level of impact? What's your why? Why are you doing what you do? Why are you doing what you do? Are you embracing your purpose? Are you embracing your calling? Whatever that may be for you. Because as Karen and I coined this sentence, and we say, when your purpose meets your passion, it ignites and it becomes magical. What's your magic? Well, I know you're listening, you're tuning in tonight, because I know we a couple of shows before we talk about magic. What's your magic? What is your magic? What is it so people can feel from you when you exchange a conversation or you're in a space? What's your magic? What is it you have that is so special that you carry that and you can own that because that's yours? You came into the world with that. Sit back, relax, and don't forget, as we always say, nourish yourself. That's why we wrote our books, You Got in You, right? It's very essential so that you can choose quality food for yourself, so that you can nourish yourself. And then you got to nurture, which we focus on the 12 components, or we can say the 12 pillars. Your physical activity, all those areas, your environment. Are you navigating in all those areas and all those things that we talk about? And then not forgetting your self-care, because your self-care is super important for you. Because how you take care of yourself, that is how you're going to able to maintain your lifestyle, and that you can carry along with a level of vitality and strength. So sit back tonight, relax. We got great guests in the house tonight. We have Tommy Thompson, who's going to jump in and share his story about storms. And then we have Mr. Jesse James Harris, who is a award-winning costume set design based in New York, from New York City, and who worked with great icons like ERYKA, BADU, and all the other great artists, Smokey Robinson, and so much more, which he'll talk about. And then we're going to have Dr. Jonas, no stranger to this platform, as well as Miss Sidrah Jackson. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this 2 hours with us, and get involved in the chat. Is that Russ there? Hi, Russ. How you doing? Yeah. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because here is where our guest comes and pour into us. Great insight, new perspectives. And so you get great takeaways, expand your toolbox, your toolkit. This is about sharing and caring. That's what enrichment, mind, body, and soul is all about. So sit back, relax. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel and all the messages and notes that you sent us. We're so grateful. We may not get right on time, but we see you, we hear you. And just know that we love you and you're special. My name is Lady J, Holistic Health and Certified Holistic Health and Wellness Coach, and so much more. But I'm going to toss the mic now to Lady K. Lady K, welcome.
Hi, Lady J. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jesse, welcome to the house. Welcome to the house. It's so good to have you here, Jesse, and the other guests who's going to join us shortly. You know, this topic is so important at this time of the year. You know, we are about to exit October 2025. My question to you tonight is, are you about to enter a storm? Are you in a storm? Are you coming out from a storm?
Wow.
And how are you showing up in the new season?
That's good. That's good, Lady K.
Thank you, Lady J. Yeah. Are you about to enter a storm? Are you in a storm? Are you coming out from a storm? And how are you showing up in this new season? What tools are you gathering in this storm? You know, let's take this thing to a physical aspect now. Once we hear a storm coming, we tend to run to the supermarket to get a lot of stuff, you know, because we don't know how big the storm is going to be.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we secure stuff for ourselves and our family at home. You know, we don't know if it's going to be floods. We just don't know how the storm is going to be. Because sometimes the weather forecast might say one thing, but it could be something else. But we always want to secure ourselves and prepare ourselves for a storm.
Right.
So how are you preparing yourself? Because we all going to face storms in our lives. So how are you preparing yourselves? What are some of the modalities that you're using to prepare yourself for any storm that come up against you? Because you got to gather things and always have things in your toolkit for when these storms arise in your life, you are equipped enough to handle these storms.
Beautiful.
And
beautiful said.
Thank you, Lady J. And this evening, we're going to give you some tools that you can add to your toolkit, because we know you already have some.
Right.
But we're going to add some additional tools to your toolkit to help you as an individual as you move through and navigate storms. And when you get out of the storm, what are some of the things that you have? Because sometimes you find the storm could dismantle. It could cause a lot of chaos.
Right.
So many things can happen. But how are you navigating into this new season?
I think
How
somebody
are
said
you?
something.
Thank you. How are you navigating as an individual into this new season of your life? Because remember, this new season is something completely new to you. So in order for you to navigate into this new season, you always have to have your tools so you can navigate in this new season that arises in your life, because you don't know anything about this new season. You have no idea. Like, for instance, we are about in the United States to head into winter, right? We don't know how bad the winter is going to be. So we got to prepare ourselves for that winter. We got to make sure we got our jackets, you know. It's so many things we have to prepare ourselves. We got to buy our salt to throw in the driveway, to put on the pavement. All of those things is preparation for the season. So just like how we are preparing ourselves for those seasons, we got to prepare ourselves mentally now for our seasons in our lives.
Right.
We have to prepare ourselves. And again, how are you preparing yourself? How are you showing up in the new season? Because the thing is that it's transformation. Look at what's happening right now. The trees are shedding their leaves. It's a form of transformation, because they know that, you know what? A new season is coming and we got to shed our leaves. It's a time of rest. It's a resting period. Are you resting? Are you pausing? Are you sitting in silence? Sit with that. There is a resting period in our lives that we need to rest. We are on the go all the time. So much is expected of us as individuals. But sometimes we got to look at our health. We got to look at ourselves. We got to know when to pause, when to rest, and shed what don't serve us any longer. Look at the trees. They are not afraid to shed their leaves. They're not holding on to anything. They're not afraid because they know it's time to shed the leaves and enter into a new season. And that is how we as humans need to look at life. When we are going through something in our life, anytime you're going to go through transformation, there's going to be pain. There's always pain with transformation. Transformation is not an easy process. There's going to be pain. But you have to prepare yourself mentally. And preparing yourself mentally is having all the tools that you need to go through that transformational period. And that transformational period, sometimes it requires rest. You have to rest. You have to rest. You have to recalibrate. You have to do some self-introspection and see exactly where you're heading. Gather all the tools that you need for the next season of your life. But this evening, we got some great guests in the house, and they're going to dive deep into tapping into your subconscious mind, tapping into your true essence. Because we are not tapping in, we're not trusting ourselves. We are creative beings. We are creative beings. We need to trust ourselves. We need to tap in. And when you tap in, rest there when you tap in. Rest and understand your creativity. We all came here with a purpose. Thank you, Lady J. We all came here with a purpose. So when you tapping in, rest, tap in, understand, take the information, all the information you need from your true essence, so you can understand yourself on a very deep level. So when you're about to enter into the new season of your life, you understand yourself, you come to that place of self-awareness.
That's right.
And you understand yourself as you move into that new season of your life. But you don't get to move to that new season until you understand yourself.
Correct.
Because if you don't understand yourself, it's going to keep repeating all the time.
Of course.
And many times we tell ourselves, oh, this thing keep happening to us all the time. You got to learn before you enter to the new season. You got to understand where you're at. The reason why the place that you're at right now, you got to change your mental thinking. You know, there's so many things before you enter to the next season. And even when you enter the next season, It's not done. There's other things that is going to rise in your life in that season as well.
Never
You
done.
know what? You are on a solid foundation now because you gather all the tools that you need. You're more self-aware. You tap into your self-love. You're more confident. And there's so much things happening now for you. So whatever arises in the new season of your life, you are equipped for that season. You could understand that season now. So until you understand where you're at, that's the only way you're going to shift that needle to the next season. But you know what? I'm not going to take up much of the time because we really need to hear from our guests.
Yeah.
Is in the
Mr. Harris, where are
studio
you?
today. So
We're not seeing
this
you.
evening, we just want to welcome you to joining us. We see Russ is in the house.
You're not seeing
Russ,
me.
welcome you.
you-
And the thing is that believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And there is no room for giving up.
No.
There is no room for giving up. Absolutely no room. I'm Lady K, holistic health and wellness coach, and a co-author of 2 books and advices, Lady and as she said, so many other things we got in the pipeline. So many other things we got in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And we are moving ourselves to different seasons all the time. And be open and receptive of when the seasons are coming.
Right.
Because every day you are becoming. And you have to be open. You have to have that faith in you, faith in yourself, believe in you, because every day you are becoming.
I got Dr. Marcy books.
And we got Dr. Marcy book as well. Marcy book as well. So you know what? We're gonna now toss the mic now to Jessie. Jessie, take the mic.
We're not seeing you. Mr. Harris, are you there?
Jessie, are you there?
Yeah. You say you can't. You're not seeing me?
No, we're not seeing you. You're off camera.
You say you're not seeing me?
Yes, we're not seeing you.
Wait a minute. What happened?
Where are you? You're hiding?
I'm here. Can you hear me? I don't know why.
We're hearing your voice, but
can
we're
you hear?
not seeing
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
I just want to go back to what you said, Lady K. I just want to add a layer.
I can see you. I can see both of you.
But we're not seeing you.
And I see myself too.
But we're not seeing you.
You want to go out and come back in?
Right. Go out and come back in.
I don't know.
Leave and come back in.
Yeah, go back out and you could come back in with the link. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna add another layer when you were talking about, you were talking about different things in the season, but I just want to add as well that as you go through season and you go through storms, and then tonight we're talking about.
Do you see me now?
We can see you.
Yeah, we can see you. See you now.
Yeah, I just want to finish my sentence. As you go through storm, and we're talking about season, but as we go through storm,
you see me now?
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah, I want to just say,
because I can say always see both of you.
We see you now.
We see you, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you, we see you. I just wanted to say that it will require all of you.
Okay.
It will require everything of you as you go through the storm and the season.
Yeah, it does. It does require all of you.
Yeah.
Whenever you're going through a storm, it takes all of you to go through that storm. All of you.
Yeah.
Jessie?
Welcome, Mr. Harris.
Yeah. Okay, so you can see and hear me, right?
Absolutely. Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you loud and clear too as well.
Okay. Well, I mean, I agree with everything that both Joan and Karen, both of you said about the storms. Now, one of the good things I had a great relationship with my parents. Almost anything And
Hi, Lisa.
Are you there, Jesse? He's getting some technical difficulty.
Yeah, I like how he said he had a good relationship with his parents, and it makes me like what you and I were talking about too about parents. Go ahead, we can see you now.
You there, Jesse? I guess he's having some technical difficulties. Yeah, he was talking about his parents. And myself and Joan, we had such a beautiful relationship with our parents. Go ahead, Joan.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got bounced out there. Yeah,
It doesn't
I
matter.
was,
You're here.
yeah, I was saying too that today, a few years ago, our mom transitioned, right? And that was one of the storms that we experienced in our lives, and she is she was a very special person to us. As our mom. We loved her. We talked all the time, every day, and so how did we handle that? You're losing your mom. She's right in front of you. There's the woman who instilled all the values in you and who we are today. And we watched her. We gave her all the love, the care, the attention. We poured into her in those moments as she was getting ready to transition to move forward. And so we honor her. We honor her because that's the woman who shaped us.
hello.
Yeah, Jess, you there? Go ahead, Joan.
Mm-hmm. Or if I'm Miss Harris, Jesse, if you want to speak, go ahead. I know why we're not hearing you.
No, we're not hearing him. I don't know what happened. Dr. Jonas, are you there? Dr. Jonas?
Yes.
You
We're
there?
here. Yes.
Okay,
Great.
good.
Yes, we're here.
Go ahead, Dr. Jonas.
And we got Mr. Jesse Harris in the house. I know you want to talk to him too, for him to design your suits.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm seeing if Mr. Jesse's coming in.
Go ahead, Dr. Jonas.
Okay. Well, it's a privilege and a pleasure to be back on again. And I got another positive, powerful, and purposeful message for tonight. As I always say, there are three kinds of people: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those who wondered what happened. We are individuals that make things happen, and we have a positive, powerful, and purposeful message again. Let's make a few comments on what I heard so far. It was a great job that's been doing, dealing with seasons. But we're going to have a number of different seasons. So we have to prepare for the season. If we're going to have, we can have storms also, but you got to prepare, because as I always say, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. And not be prepared. Now, listen, the subject for preparation is pre. That means in advance. Some of us are trying to, we can't deal with the post because we missed the pre. That's why when your value is clear, your
decision is easy.
So you just don't want to grow through life. You want to grow through life, so you can be prepared for the next level. And you're just not going through, you are growing through. And so just keep on pressing. Don't give up, don't give in, and don't give out. There's a little technical difficulty, but that's all right. We're gonna start. That's called obstacle. But we want to turn the obstacle into opportunity. We're gonna turn the stumbling block into stepping stone, and all the scars that we have, we're gonna turn it into.
The host has to add me in.
Adam and Karen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to hear from you, Mr. Jesse.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Can you hear us?
Am I doing something wrong?
No, you're good. We hear you.
You're good, Jesse. You're good. We can hear you. Go ahead, Dr. Jonas.
Yes, and I'm listening to hear Mr. Jesse as well. But again, let me say a couple of key things. So great to have baby back with our partners, because we are, our name of our company is Partners for Purposeful Living. So it's so great to talk to Joan earlier, Lady G, and also great to always talk to Karen and Lady K. But I also want to say this to Lady K. Please give my regards to your husband. When I met him over a year ago in New York, we built a very strong connection. So give my regards to him.
I will.
And let him know that next time we come into New York, he said he's going to take us around and we're just going to have a good time. So I want to honor my great friend, your husband. Give him my regards. And certainly
I will.
Looking forward to hearing Mr. James Harris. And I'll come in time and time, we'll make some comments, but I came in too to hear him. He's got to make me some suits up in here. I'm a suit guy. Yeah, I'm a suit guy. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. He's a great designer, and I would really love him to share his story, how it all started, because we all start from somewhere.
That's right.
And we all go through storms, as I said in the opening statement, we all go through storms. Mm-hmm. But when we go through the storms, we have to anchor ourselves.
That's right.
And what are we anchoring into?
Mm-hmm.
What are we anchoring ourselves to?
That's right.
When these storms arise in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Because many times we tend to just want to give up. And when you're just about to give up, there is where the breakthrough comes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. When you're just about to give up, the breakthrough comes for you.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is that we have to continue to be rooted in whatever you believe in, if it's God, if it's the universe, yoga, whatever you believe in, anchor yourself in that. Because when you anchor yourself in that, you get the clarity you need when you're going through these storms.
Mm-hmm.
And that's tapping into yourself, tapping into your higher self, tapping into your true essence, your God-given energy. You're tapping in there. And when you tap in there, things become crystal clear for you. But before, you got to clear away that clutter, because when you have clutter, you can't see. It's a blockage. So you got to clear away those clutter out from your life so you can see where you're heading. And once you clear away the clutter, things become clear. You become more self-aware of what's happening in your life. So you could be anchored and rooted in whatever situation it is. You anchor yourself in that situation and understand why that situation arises in your life. Because many times when situation arises in our life, it's for a reason. It's to take us to the next season. So that is why things get disrupted in our lives. And when things happen like that, you got to understand that, you know what? It's time for us to enter a new season. But many times we look at these situations as being negative.
Okay.
not looking for the good in whatever is happening at the set time. But as Annie is saying, overcoming the challenges and storms necessary to make us stronger and better. Absolutely right, Annie. We need the storms. We need the
Okay.
storms in order for us to grow, in order for us to evolve. We need these storms. But again, it's how we look at the storms, how we are looking at the storms that is happening in our lives. That is why we got to tap into that energy.
Hi,
and
Annie.
When we tap into that God-given energy, we are able to see crystal clear where we are heading. Right, Lady J?
Oh my goodness, as Dr. Jonas, I'm borrowing from Dr. Jonas. I think somebody said something there. And and that is why we just love the phrase or the quote which says, when your value is clear, your decision is easy. Yeah. Because when you tap into your inner self, your inner being, you're going within that God given thing within you. You listen to the voice, you listen to the whisper. And even though you may be moving through a storm or you've been moving through a season, you're tapping in something because you're looking and you're listening and you're waiting for the level of guidance, because that's your inner compass, that's within you. And your intuition, which is going to guide you and how you're going to navigate. Get quiet. Get to a level of quietness. I mean, you got to move away from all the noise and every single thing that is coming towards you. But you get quiet, you get centered, you get balance, and you're drawing in that inspiration. You're drawing in a new level of thinking. Okay, you're tapping in. And so you're going through that level of storm, or you're going through that season. Sometimes you try to navigate. What do I do? What do I do in this moment? Because everything sometimes may look jumbled up. How do I navigate? You want to have a new lens, a new perspective. But when you get quiet and you tap in and you lean into your inner self, your inner wisdom, you get quiet, you get a whisper. You get a whisper. And then you can able to quietly make good decisions and say, okay, I'm going through something, but I'm going to take some time and pause. I'm going to take some time and pause and see where I am. Sorry, let me see. Mr. Harris.
Yeah. Right, Dr. Jonas?
That's right. I'm on it. Yes, yes, yes. And there's all kinds of storms too. Their physical storm, their mental storm, their financial storm. It's a lack of relief. But when you have your faith and you anchor in your faith, that'll give you the foundation to fight and to stay focused.
Right.
So what you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. But when you have your value, that's the anchor. It's things that you would not do. You're non-negotiable. You know who you are and whose you are. And you have a gift in you and you're here. And that's why these programs are so powerful, that give you the tools necessary so you too can take a chance, take charge, and take control of your life. Because you can always better your best. You haven't arrived yet. You're still evolving. And that's why we do what we do. And that's why we come on with these positive messages to give you the tools to don't stop, don't give up, don't give in, and don't give out. And don't focus, bonus from Jonas, don't focus on what you have lost. Focus on what you have left, because what you have left is enough to get the job done. This is your time, and this is your turn. This is the decade for the doers.
Yes, absolutely. You're so right, Dr. Jonas, because many times we give up too soon. We give up too soon. And because we give up too soon, we become so fearful. And then we lose faith, not realizing that whatever is in front of us at this point in time is to help us to move forward. But we're now going to bring up Tommy. Are you ready to come on stage? Tommy, how have you handled your storms in your life? We're not hearing you, Tom.
Okay, that should work then.
Yes, we're hearing you now,
Okay.
Tom.
I had my mic off for good reasons. Gosh, to be on here with Dr. Gadson, I don't know. And I got to meet Jesse. And if I remember correctly in my comment there, Mr. Harris and Lady J met while working at the world famous Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York, when she was first there, if I remember correctly. And good. Mr. Harris is back with us. I have lost everything I owned 5 or 6 times in my life. I've been through being in the Army, basically getting kicked out, spending time in Veterans Administration, mental hospital, and all kinds of things, and divorces and all kinds of things, and lost jobs and substance abuse problems that were very, very bad and threatened my life. And what I found and what I'm informed by is a 12-step program, which is spiritually based. And one of the things that we use as a basic tool and is what has worked for me for 28 years is step 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. What does that mean? That means for me today acceptance in the situations I find myself in. And one of the things they teach, the serenity prayer. God grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things I can. The only thing I can change is my own behavior and my own reactions.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That
Right.
is the only, I cannot change anything. I can't change other people.
Absolutely.
And so many people with substance or addiction problems, we try to manipulate the world around us. And when it doesn't give us what we want, invariably, I hope we can get Mr. Harris back here. He was such a neat guy, man. He had all those jackets and special designs hung up, and people tried to buy them and he wouldn't sell nothing.
Hello.
At that show. Hey there,
Yeah, it's
Mr.
not
Harris.
working.
I'll be off of here in a sec. So what that step tells me is I develop a faith in God, which is sometimes not easy to carry through on a daily basis because I want to fix, manage, and control my living situation rather than accept the financial limitations I have and live within my means. I expect something magic to happen and spend money and then expect somebody else to make the shortfall up. That's one example. That and so many broken relationships. And I'll give you this one other thing about how it works on a daily basis. There's a thing called step 10. Continue to take personal inventory. And when we're wrong, promptly admitted it. That promptly admitted it sometimes doesn't come too quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the toughest places to work any 12-step program or any relationship is in your own home because you're so vulnerable and it's painful often, And I think that's good enough for now, but that's how I've been taught to deal with life. Because before I ran from my problems or I avoided looking at them, and I've heard Dr. Jonas talk about that, I don't know how many times, about facing and dealing with what you can do. And I had a problem with that my entire life. And it caused myself and a lot of other people a lot of grief.
Mm-hmm.
And today, I'm blessed to have what Mr. Jonas has called the toolbox, and that's what we call it. We've got a toolbox of spiritual solutions and realistic solutions to deal with life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when I see people come in and then apply this, it brings tears to my eyes because it is so beautiful. And I don't think I want to hear what somebody else has to say, so I'm going to bow out of here. That was all I wanted to share.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
one
you so
other
much.
comment. I want to take something else out of there. There's an axiom in that 10th step that whenever we are disturbed or bothered or angry, it means there's something wrong with us.
Absolutely.
If we hold on to that, you're going to flash out bad things. Somebody's going to treat you wrong. People are going to cut you off in traffic.
Yes.
You're going to find out that people have betrayed you. But when I hold on to that, it makes me spiritually sick.
Mm.
It is my job to deal with it and change
Yes.
my own attitude and behavior.
Yes.
Because so often in years past, I would go back to picking up and using a drug or alcohol or wreck something. You know, most of my sins now today are sins of omission rather than sins of commission, like Dr. Gadson like that. But I think I'm going to get out of here.
Wow. Wow.
Good points, Tom. Good points.
That
Right,
is so
thanks.
profound. That is so profound. I think people need to hear this, because when you're angry and you lash out and you say things in the moment, right? And you got to just quiet down and go within. Go within. Lean into your inner self, as we always say on the show. Lean into your inner wisdom and say, but what's happening in this area for me? What is showing up in my spirit that is causing a reaction? And when you can pause and sit with that for a second and get quiet, whether you get out into nature, whatever it is for you, because each is on his bio-individuality. And when you get quiet and you pause, and because you want to know, well, why is it I'm having this reaction? What's happening inside of me? What's going on? And then we as human beings, we have the answers within, right, Lady K?
Yeah.
We have the answers within us.
Yep, we
And then
do.
we can answer that question as we go. But sometimes you got to go deep.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to go deep within to see what is it showing up in this moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
And as you pause, you lean into your inner self, and then whatever is it that coming up for you, then you can address that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. You know, the thing is that we all have to face the truth about ourselves.
Mm.
You know, and many times we are running from the truth. We are running from the truth. And as Tom said, we're not accepting. We're not coming to that place of acceptance. We're not surrendering, you know, and we're not acknowledging our behaviors. We're not acknowledging what is happening internal with us.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time you react and you respond in a particular way, as Tom was saying, like angry, upset, there is something wrong with you, but you're not seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
You are seeing something wrong with the other person who is in front of you, not knowing that that person who is in front of you is helping you to heal.
Mm-hmm.
But many times we don't see it that way. We see the person in front of us as being bad, that person being bad. Yo, you're here, Jesse. We can hear you.
Hi, we can see you. We can hear you. Hello.
Yes.
How are you doing?
We can hear you, Jesse. So Tom give us some really good pointers there just now, you know. Acceptance. He talked about acceptance. He talked about your behavior, you know. And our next point that he talked about, he said, continue to take personal inventory about your life.
Yeah.
That is so important. Every single week, if possible, month, if possible, do some introspection about your life. Take a walk into nature.
Which we love.
Take a walk. And as you take a walk, you do some reflection on your life. You do some reflection. If possible, you can sit in the grass.
Do some grounding.
Just do some self-reflection and see exactly where your life is heading. Because it is essential that we do these things for ourselves. It is very, very essential. Because many times we are moving through life without even understanding what's happening with us. We're just moving, right, Dr. Jonas?
Absolutely. One thing I would add to what you just got saying, bonus from Jonas, you have to admit it and quit it. You have to admit it and quit it.
I gotta write that down. Admit it and quit it.
Admit it and quit it. But another metaphor that I wanted to show, but you shared so beautifully a while ago about giving up. Just imagine there's a big boulder out there, a rock. It's a big boulder, and a man came there with a sledgehammer. And he took the sledgehammer and wham! And he continued to hit that boulder over and over. On the 99th time, he got tired. His arm was heavy. There was blisters on his hand. So he gave up. And he left his sledgehammer there. Someone else that was watching it came and picked up the same sledgehammer and wham! And the boulder split open. The question is, was it the 99 blows that set the stage, or was it the one? And here's the bonus what I want to say. Listen. One more blow, and the blessings will flow. Hit it again. I said one more blow, and your blessings will flow. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Don't you give in, and don't you give out. This is your time, and this is your turn. To be, to do, and to have. But some people want to have without being. Some people want to have without doing. I tell people a lot of times, you heard about psychology, you heard about sociology. Well, I'm going to give you another bonus from Jonas. Duology. Do what you're supposed to do. Action is to do. Hit it again. Don't you give up. Hit it again. Your dream is still. Hit it again. Write that book. Hit it again. Start that business. Hit it again. Whatever it is, you are pregnant with possibility. Don't abort your dream. Birth your dream. Push until you birth it.
Wow. That was so well put together, Dr. Jonas.
Push.
I like the word duology.
Yeah, duology. Admit it.
I like that word.
And admit it and quit it.
Admit it and quit it. But
one more blow.
One more blow. Admit and quit. Yeah. You know what? Many times it's kind of like very hard for a lot of people to admit what's happening. Mm-hmm. Because of the ego, you know, the ego, it's very difficult for them to really strip away what's happening within their lives. And it comes to a point in time in your life that you have to come to that place of self-awareness. Because when you come to that place of self-awareness, you clearly understand what is happening in your life. And to arrive at that place, you have to do some introspection. And as Tom said, you have to do some inventory. You got to do a life audit.
Right.
You got to do a life audit. You got to zoom into all the areas in your life. And zooming in the areas in your life, it's meaning your past. Because many times your past is what's holding you back. Anytime you visit in your past is to gather information that you could help you heal yourself at this point in time to move forward in the storm. But many times we are running away, blaming other people, running away from what is happening right now with you. You got to look at yourself. And you got to understand what's happening with you as an individual. That's the only way that you're going to get through the storm. That's the only way. Right, Lady J?
You said it so beautiful and so perfectly. Because that's why self-awareness, and we know we had Irene on, which we got to get him back and connect with her as well. You know, self-discovery is so important. Self-discovery, self-love, knowing who you are, right? Knowing who that's why the importance you got to do the work. You got to start loving on yourself. And when you love on yourself and love yourself, you can give yourself that level of tenderness that I have to go a little bit deeper within me. I have to start to peel back those layers. Because for me to uncover everything that I want to know about me, then I got to peel those layer back, layer by layers, like an onion. You go layer by layers, and as you peel those layers back and you address what caused me pain in the past, what hurts me, and as you go step by step and you chronicle that, then you start to address that. But if you bury and stuff it down all the time, there come a point that it emerges. And sometimes you don't like what you see, you don't like what you hear, because you're not addressing that part of you that need to be addressed, because the pain, the hurt, the traumas you've been through. And we had so many guests who were on the show in the past, and that we know we're going to have more of them, that really spoke about, addressing your past, addressing your pain, being healing from all those traumas. Because as you heal from those traumas, as you move forward and you become new, right? You become new. Things don't trigger you that easily because you heal those touch points, right? You heal those touch points. So that is so important as we talk about self-discovery, leaning into your inner self, tapping in. Because as you go deeper within you, because it cannot be surface. You have to look at the root cause. What is
Absolutely.
causing the problem? What is causing the problem that is triggering me, that getting me upset, Sometimes it might be something very simple. But that's not it. Because you got to go deeper. One of the things we learned at IAN that we graduated from is that you have to go to the root cause.
Yes.
When you go to the root cause and you can address what is the problem, what is the situation here? And as IAN that we graduated from, as I mentioned, they say you got to get to the root cause. And when you can get to the root cause, then you can address, because you're going deeper. What is beneath the surface? What is beneath the surface? And when you can uncover that little by little, small increments, little by little, and then if you got to grab yourself a coach, or you got someone who can help you to navigate through those areas of your life so that you can live the best version of yourself, because you start to address those areas of your life that really cause triggers, right? And so that you can step through life with grace, love, and ease, empathy, compassion, because you start to love yourself even more. And you show up with your authentic self. This is who I am. This is who I am. So you're walking with all your power. You've done all the healing. You did all the trauma. And so we always talk about your I am. What follows your I am? Is it something powerful? I am capable to address what's happening in me. I am strong. I can tap into my inner self. And I have the capability to see what's wrong. And I can, if I can't handle it, then I can have a coach or a therapist or whatever it may take for you. Because you know what? I want to live the best version of me. I want people to experience the best version of me. Because how I show up, people must feel that level of presence, must carry a level of resonance with it. And so when I show up with my all. And it would be a joyous moment for them to experience those moments with me. Dr. Jonas?
Yes, and you also grow. You have to grow up and also to show up. And remember the African proverb:
Grow up and show up like that.
Yeah. You got to grow up, and then you get to show up, and then you get ready to stand up and to speak up. And there's an African proverb said, "If there's no enemy within, the enemy without will do
us no harm."
And sometimes the reason why we are doing without, because we haven't did the work within. That transformation. Don't focus on what you have lost. Focus on what you have left, because what you have left is enough to get the job done. Because yesterday is a cancel check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. But today you have cash in your hand. Invest in the most important person on the planet, you. Now, before I go any further, I know both of you want to hear some Sidrah Jackson, so I'm going to bring
Yes.
Yes, Sidrah Jackson. Thank you.
Great to be here this evening and a
Welcome.
powerful conversation. Lady Jane, Lady K, and all of the guests. I wanted to speak on how I got to meet Dr. Jonas and where I was in my personal and professional development. So when I heard Dr. Jonas, I heard about him, and people were saying, "Oh, you got to go here, Dr. Jonas with the bonus." I said, "Who's this Jonas with the bonus?" Now, I was able to accomplish some things in my life. Former vice president in banking, traveled overseas, had the opportunity to speak before women's business audiences, and graduated from Princeton University, cum laude. And so I had accumulated these things that were really outside of me. And so when I was speaking to audiences, I knew I wasn't present. I had all these accolades. I had all these, but I hadn't owned them. I hadn't dealt. Now, I did a lot of reading. So I read personal development books, and I thought that was personal development. No. Dr. Jonas showed me through communication. I never knew that the door that opened for me was through learning how to communicate more effectively. And so that was when I said, I got to learn more from Dr. Jonas. I got to be his understudy. And he gave me a bonus that carries with me that I want to share, particularly with women. And that bonus is we're very intelligent. We get out there. We're assertive sometimes. We want to take the initiative, and we gather these medals like I did. And inside, I knew something was wrong, but I was afraid to address it. And so getting a coach helped me to do that. Dr. Jonas has this bonus that says, don't let your ability take you to a place that your character cannot sustain you.
True.
What he showed me was you can work and you can get your master's, you can get your bachelor's, you can get your PhD, you can get all of these things, but if you haven't developed your character, then you're not living who you are. That was powerful. And that was when I started truly my journey of personal growth and professional development. It was a wake-up call. I heard what you all were saying. So as women, I encourage us to not be afraid and to not compete on the outside, but to take the time,
Yes,
and learn to hear our inner voice, learn to embrace the beauty that is in me, that is in other women, and not compete with them, compete to be the best. And I tell you, I had some great teaching and coaching, but I just didn't apply it. So I'm grateful and thankful now as we work with our coaching clients and we reach out sharing positive messages, that I have the privilege to be a part of doing that and reaching out and being authentic and not being afraid to mess up, not being afraid. No one is perfect. And what is perfect? What is perfect? That
right.
was
What is perfect? Right.
I realized that I was carrying that, and I said, "Why am I carrying that?" You know what it was? It was because I wasn't willing to be coached. I wasn't willing to be corrected, and so I wanted to share that as encouragement, because this journey, the more we go deep, as Dr. Jonas says, the more we go deep, the more powerful and colorful and beautiful we find who we are.
Sure.
And it is about who am I choosing to be.
Yes.
Beautifully said.
Yeah, who am I choosing to be? That is so beautifully said. Wow. Lady K?
Yeah, because the thing is that many times we are even competing with ourselves.
Mm.
We are even competing with our own self. And we are competing with others, but there is absolutely no need for you to do that. You be your true, authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
You have something within you. You have that creativity within you that you can bring out. You're special. There is something special within you that you don't need to really be competing with nobody. You need to rest in gratitude.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you mentioned that, because gratitude is a tool. Gratitude is
Absolutely.
a tool.
Absolutely. And be grateful for who you are. Be grateful. Many times we get up from our beds in the morning and we don't even give gratitude. We're not grateful for the breath that we breathe. We're not grateful for it. That is why we really need to sit back and pause and look at our lives. If you're going through a storm right now, look at yourself. Look at yourself. You may be getting this nudge, Write this book.
Mm-hmm.
Start this podcast. Start this business. You're getting this nudge, but because of fear, you're paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Because of fear, you're paralyzed. And you cannot see what's happening right now. It's shifting you to the new season in your life. Every day we are becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we are becoming. Don't matter what you're going through at this present moment, you are becoming. You're growing. Don't stifle your growth.
Wow,
Do
that's
not
a good one.
stifle your growth.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
When you put a seed in the ground, you don't go every day to dig it up to see if it's going to burst out.
Right.
There is a seed in you. There is a seed that is in you. Don't stifle that growth.
Mm-hmm.
Get the right modalities to water it. Keep nurturing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Water and nourish that seed within you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the right podcasts. Surround yourself with the right kind of people who are going to help to water that seed as well. Weed out the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Weed out the weeds so that the seed could start to burst out. Because many times we got a lot of weeds around us.
Right.
And it's stifling our growth. Because there's so many things they're saying to us and it's stifling us.
Mm-hmm.
The seed want to burst, but we're being stifled.
Right. Right.
We're not being watered properly.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough the right nutrients.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
We don't have the right nutrients.
No,
to help us
you're
to
so
grow.
right. You're so right.
So that is why you gotta weed things out of your life that is not serving you at this point in time.
That's so beautiful.
Do not stifle your growth. It's time to grow, blossom, and bloom.
Bloom.
Dr. Jonas?
That's right.
That is so that is so beautiful. That's beautiful. That is so beautifully.
Thank you, Lady J.
Because when I know you're going to toss it back to Dr. Jonas, but I don't want to miss the point, because when you spoke about don't stifle your growth, right? Don't shrink yourself. Don't shrink back, because you want to own who you are, right? Because if you moving through season and you're growing through season, you want to embody all of you. And to embody all of you, you can't shrink.
No.
Right? Because when you shrink, then you're limiting yourself. right? You wanna able to bloom. You wanna able to evolve as a woman or a man with whoever you are, you know, and to grow, and as Dr. Jonas mentioned, grow up and show up, because for you to grow up and show up, you got to embody all of you. You got to you got to embody the stage that you move into life. You step higher, you are a new person, right? Because sometimes people tend to hold you to your past, where you've been, what you've been through. But as you grow and you evolve, you're a different person. Because the person who somebody met you maybe 10 years or 20 years ago, you're not that person. You've grown. Your mindset has shifted, because now you embody growth mindset. You don't have a fixed mindset, because you're telling yourself, I want to live my life and I want to live the best version of me. And for me to live the best version of me, I got to adapt new skills. I got to have a new mindset. I got to step higher, right? I got to step higher. And for me to be stepping higher, I got to be rooted in self-love. I got to love myself. I got to love myself enough. So even when love shows up for me, I know what it is and I know what it looks like. And I know I can receive it because I have self-love, right? And so I'm not shrinking, because I know who I am. And I'm capable to step into spaces, because this is the new me. And as we spoke the last couple of shows when we talk about stepping higher, and as you hold on to your faith, as Dr. Marcy, your book would say, that you look up and you hold on to your faith, you step in strong, you're rooted in self-love, you deal with the traumas. And so now you go through that storm and you grow through it. And so when you step in, it's a new version of you. So you cannot shrink anymore, because you're not the same person. Correct?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And as she said earlier a while ago, I grew up on a farm, and I've met many farmers. No farmer ever plant weeds. The weeds are going to come automatically. If you got weeds in your life, that's what you're planting. And now, and as she was saying, make sure you got the seed, but you got to plant the seed. Are you listening to me? You got to plant the seed in the right soil.
Oh, wow.
And you got
I think somebody said something there.
I think I said something. You got to plant. Some of us are planting our seed in the wrong soil. And then when you plant the seed in the right soil, allow the seed to germinate, to bud, to bloom, and to blossom. Okay, come on, somebody. So this is what we are all about. And I just have to say this about my two partners. You all have grown tremendously.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you, Lord. When I get a good portion of my strength, I'm saying that I think the four of us need to do a summit sometime next year and plan it, and in person, that we can be there, because we are tag team, because teamwork makes the dream work. Now the other thing I want to say, that you are the one. There's over 8 billion people on the planet, and there'll never be another one just like you. You are fearfully and wonderful, wonderful being. You are created by the Master. This is your time and this is your turn. You got to stop. Watch this. It's a bonus of trouble. You got to stop drifting and start shifting. Come on. Ooh, I said something. That's a bonus. It's shipping time. It's shifting time, not drifting. Because if you leave your life to the drifting, you're going to run into the rocks, the storm, and you're going to self-destruct. That's what these sessions is all about. That's what they offered there. I remember a few years ago, I gave a prophecy that you all were going to speak to millions. And not only you're speaking to thousands, and we'll get to millions, but the way y'all articulate. Let me tell you something. This is a compliment. The way y'all do is tag team. I've been sitting here listening, and I'm wondering, what in the world y'all got me on for? Y'all already come on, somebody. I mean, I'm glad to be on, but I don't really need to be on. Y'all got it. Y'all got it together. Everything that y'all say, I believe in. That's why I can charge in. You can call me in at any time. Why? Because I prepare. And I was chosen for such a time as this, to lift up people, to give them hope. You don't need dope, you need hope. And when you got hope and across it, having only positive expectation for you. Yes, it's true. There's a genius in you. Yes, it's true. We believe in you. Believe in yourself. Come on, son. You can do it. This is the fourth quarter. Maybe things didn't work for you the first, the second, or the third quarter. Well, those quarters are in the tomb. But the fourth quarter is in your womb, and you are pregnant with possibility. Don't abort your dream, but birth your dream, and do it now. What time is it? Now o'clock. Don't look at the past. You know, when we drive in our cars, we only look to the rear view mirror when we backing up. Why are you? Because your focus is on the windshield in front of you. Bonus from Jonas. My future is so bright, I need to wear some sunglasses.
Amen.
You know, Dr. Jonas, you really hit it on the hammer on the head, because the thing is that when you plant a seed, the soil have to be rich. You know, it just picture a garden and you're doing gardening. The soil, you're planting that seed in that soil. The soil have to be rich, have the right nutrients, as I said before, so it could blossom, it could grow, it could bloom. But many times, as I said before, we are suffocating the growth of ourselves. And we are not willing enough to tap into the whole, which is holistically.
Wow, that's a good one, Lady K.
Thank you, Lady J. All parts of you need to tap into. That is why we normally coach from the 12 components or pillars: your relationship, your finances, your spirituality, your creativity, your home cooking, your home environment, your health, your joy, your education. All these things make you up holistically.
Alignment.
And we all need to tap in each area to see how it's going in our lives. And once we can tap in, just make a list and tap in these areas. How is the relationship with yourself and others? Are you tapping into yourself? What are some of your narratives every single day? What are some of the things that you're telling yourself every day? Because this having a relationship with yourself, the narratives, as Lady J would say, your I ams. What are your I ams every day? Are you taking inspired action every day, Lady J?
Okay, I like how you incorporating my words. Thank you.
You know, every day, are you taking inspired action? Are you waking up being very happy? There's a dawn of another day. Are you looking at yourself each morning in the mirror and telling yourself, I'm great? Just step back and look at yourself. What are you doing for you?
That's a good one.
What are you doing for you? You're pouring into people every single day. But what are you doing for you as an individual? What exactly are you doing for you? Are you showing up for you? Are you showing up for you? Are you refilling yourself? Because many times we keep pouring and pouring and pouring, but we're not pouring back into ourselves. That is why we get burned out. That is why we get brain fog. Because that's where the gut come in. Are you eating nourishing foods? Are you nourishing yourself mentally, spiritually, physically? Are you nourishing yourself? What are you doing for you? Ask yourself this question right now. What am I doing for myself? Because many times we're not doing anything for ourselves. We are pouring into other people. We're showing at our jobs. The job requires so much from us. We got to pour into the job. But are you pouring into yourself before you leave to go to your job? So when you show up at your job, you could show up and be authentic in that space. You got to honor yourself. You got to choose yourself first. You come first. You come first. If nothing you wouldn't take away from this podcast this evening, you come first. Honor your steps. Each step that you make, honor it. And show yourself self-compassion. And as I said before, rest in gratitude. Because we are not grateful. We complain all the time. You find something to complain about. We are not grateful. One thing you can do this week, you can go to the Dollar Tree and pick up a simple book. It's just $1. It may be $1.25 or whatever, right? And write 5 things that you're grateful for. Every day, write 5 things that you're grateful for. 5 things that you're grateful for. You can start with 1. What are you grateful for? And start to look at yourself. Because many times we are running around the place not knowing that we are the answer that we're looking for. We are the answer that we are looking for. We are running all around the place, not realizing the answer lies within us. But we are so fearful of going within ourselves to peel back, to clear away the clutter. We are so fearful of that. But we got to sit with ourselves because it starts with us. We got to heal the inner child of our lives. We got to repair in the inner child. The work is inner, not out. We got to do the inner work on ourselves. If we really want to, as Dr. Jonas just said, not drift, shift, we got to do the inner work. Because when you're drifting, you're all over the place. You're all over the place. You're listening to all kind of different things. People telling you different things because you're drifting. You're not self-aware. You're not conscious about what's happening with you. So whatever anybody pour into you, you accept it. Because you're drifting. You know? But when you're shifting, you're laser focused. Because you're shifting and you're shifting in the right direction and you're self-aware that you're shifting, not drifting. So this evening, start to shift. Start to pour into yourself the things that is needed to make you shift, not drift, shift. Lady J?
Wow. I always have to say that. There are so many pointers that you touched on as well as Miss Jackson. But I want to talk about, when you talk about focus, you talk about what you're eating, because when you focus on what you eat, you're focusing on your microbiome.
Yes.
You're focusing your microbiome, that's why we wrote the book, Your Gut in You, which is gut-brain axis. Because you want to remove brain fog. You want to be able to have a level of clarity. Because when you have a level of clarity, then you can be intentional what you do. Because you're clear about making your decision. You know how you're moving with intentionality. So you're pouring into yourself, you're making the right choices, you're eating the quality kind of food that can enhance your body, good nutrition. And then you got to look at a self-care aspect. That's why our book is Self-Care is Intentional, because you're being intentional about it. You're looking at all the areas. How can I take care of myself? That I can remove burnout. And self-care is for you because you're pouring into yourself. You're not pouring from an empty cup, so that you're filled. You're allotting time for yourself. Whatever you're indulging in, whether is you're going to take a bubble bath or you're going to have a great cup of tea or something, reading a good book, listen to the good music, preparing great dinners, clearing your home, navigating in because every room in your home should represent what it is.
True.
Your kitchen should represent an environment of kitchen utensils. When you walk in, it must represent that. Every room should represent what it is, so you can navigate clearly. And that's your outer, but how is your inner? Are you harboring unforgiveness? What are you holding on to that is weighing you down? You're heavy laden. You can't move lightly. And I like when you talk about routine, because it's important for us to fortify ourselves daily.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Practice your morning routine, practice your nightly routine, your weekend routine, so you can stay fortified. You can be filled up. So when you show up in the world and whatever, whether you're corporate, whether you're coach, whoever you are, you're filled, you're centered, you're balanced. So when you show up in your all, your wholeness. You're moving in the level alignment because you're taking care of all of that stuff. And then,
go ahead, Lady J.
No, and then I was going to say, you surround yourself with the right kind of people.
Absolutely.
You surround yourself who are the great motivators, who can support you, who can pour into you, so that you can continue to stay inspired and go after your dream. And then it's reciprocated because you're giving it back to them as well. So you're being planted in the right kind of soil, so that germination can take place, so that as you rightfully said, you can bloom and you can blossom, great harvest. So, but the only way you can receive all of that goodness, it starts with you. You got to be rooted in self-love. You got to know who you are.
Sure.
You got to embrace your I ams, so that when the storm comes, you're solid. The infrastructure is good because you got the right kind of people around you. So because you took the time to build strong. So your infrastructure is good. You're solid, and those people can back you. They say, you might, because we're human. We may have a moment, and they're gonna say, "Listen, you got it. I got you. I'm here to support you. I can inspire you. I can motivate you," because you might be having a weak moment, and say, "No, don't give up. You got this. What can I do to help you?" You always want to hear those words with good friends and good friends around you and family. They say, "What can I do to help you? I see you having a little bit hard time right now. What can I do to help you?" And those are the kind of people that we need in our circles. And I just want to stop and say this before we conclude. Because when our mom, because today's a couple of years ago, her mom transitioned. And I just want to put gratitude, because it's a tool that we thrive on, to our brother-in-law, who I call brother, which currently is your husband, Daniel. I just want to say thanks to him, because he was there by our side, right? When our mom, because our mom loved him so much too. And he was the person who was there with us, and all great friends. I'm talking about Jesse too, who's there supporting us and support me as well in situations that I've been through, which I'll talk about some other time. But the right kind of people is important that we surround ourselves with. Dr. Jonas, we got Tommy Thompson, we got Annie, we got Dr. Marcia, we got Rosie. There's so many people. I know names are going to be but everybody know themselves who they're in our circle, and we just love them, and we want to give gratitude for them, because they're Zion and everybody else, because we just want to say thank you for your love, your kindness, your reinforcement. You're just checking in on us, see, are you guys good? Because sometimes you might not see us a lot on LinkedIn because we're handling something, but you're checking in, you're making sure that we're doing good, you're pouring into us as we pour into you. So I just want to take that moment and thank all of you as well.
Yeah, and even to Barbara Dedeline,
Yes, we want to thank her too.
Yeah, we want to thank her as well. The thing is that when you're going through a storm,
Barbara
right?
Pierce, as she knows herself to be too as well.
when you're going through a storm, who are the people that is holding that foundation for you to stand on?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who are those people that is bringing their foundation to support your foundation?
Right, and they're helping you, right?
You know, and they're holding you up. Because many times an area may have a big storm. Let's look at it in a physical aspect now. An area may have a big storm. And you find that countries would support countries. When there is a big storm, floods happen, people support people. So it's the same thing in our lives. Who are supporting you when you have a storm?
Right.
Who are helping you when you have a storm? That is why you got to, as Lady J rightfully said, you got to surround yourself with the right kind of people that hold you up when there is a storm. They can hold you up, be there for you, check in with you, see how you're doing. If you need anything, and offer help, offer that support that you need, or just listening to you as you speak. Just hold that space for you as you speak. You know, that is why we got to do the life audit, and we got to do the introspection, and we got to take away the weeds that is in your life and keep the good seeds that is helping to fertilize your soil.
That's a good one.
The good seeds.
That's a good one.
The seeds that is going to nourish your seed. Because you don't want seeds that is not growing. You want seeds that is growing to support you with your growth as well. So that is why you got to do the introspection. You got to do the life audit and see where you're heading. So if you're going through a storm, you have these people to support you and support you authentically and support you genuinely. Because sometimes people support you with a mission and a purpose. So you got to be careful the people who supporting you. Because people come in, and when they come in for a reason. That is why you have to have that spirit of discernment.
I was just going to say that.
You have to have that spirit of discernment. Thank you, Lady J and Dr. Jonas. You have to have that spirit of discernment to know if it's a good water watering you, or if the water, you don't need that water, because it's not every water that pour in you is good. It's not every water. Some people can show, yes, let me water your seed. But is that water good for your seed? So sometimes it's good to even to refuse. You know, because when you are self-aware and when you're rooted in yourself, you can know if it's a good water or bad water, because you can see people's intentions. You can see people's intentions when they're coming into your life, because some people are coming on a mission, and you have to be rooted in self-awareness and have that spirit of discernment, when to accept and when to say no. It's okay, I got this. And lean on the ones who are giving you the right type of nourishment you need.
That's right.
I just want to pedal back when Lady J was talking about your gut, the book that we wrote, right? The 2 books. When you have something in front of you that you're eating, it's your choice. You're making that choice to have that food in front of you. So when you're consuming it, is it good for you? Is it good? Is it going to nourish your body with all the nutrients, the right nutrients that you need? You really got to take a look at your life and see exactly where you're heading. Because many times we are consuming things that is not good for us.
Right.
We are listening to things that is not good for us. Because listening is consuming as well.
Of course.
It's an energy you're taking into your body. It's an energy you're consuming into your body. So you got to be careful what you're listening to, what you're eating. You have to be so careful. That is why it comes back to the spirit of discernment.
Right. That's so true.
Right, Dr. Jonas?
I just want to jump in here 1 second. When you talk about eating, I will also want to add that eat mindfully. Mindful eating is so important, right? When you eat mindfully, you know that you stop, you pausing, and you celebrating. I'm so grateful I have a great meal that I have in front of me, and you take your time, you chew your food because it's mindful eating. You're nourishing your body so beautifully and so gracefully, right? Because so you practice mindful eating if you haven't done that, or because we never talk much about that on the show. So practice mindful eating, and also where your attention goes. That is super, super important too as well.
Absolutely.
I'm handing over to thank you for letting me say that, Dr. Jonas and Mr. Rita.
Yes, just like this to add on what y'all doing a great job. and not only you got to feed your body healthy and focus on your gut and all that, and that's wonderful. But the other thing you need to do, you got to feed your mind.
Of course. Oh my God, you said it. You said it.
If you don't get the right mind, you're going to be left behind. The scripture says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. There's a metamorphosis. And it's the one thing, move away from change to transformation, because change is temporary, but transformation is permanent. I don't care how many legs the caterpillar has, and I don't care how fast it can run. In order for the caterpillar to be developed, the caterpillar must die in order for the butterfly to fly. And when you're able to fly over the things that you used to drag through, that's what meander through, that kept you stuck and stop you, you're flying over there. The other thing I want to add that y'all said so beautiful is that we are not talking about selfishness. We are talking about essential. And the other thing I want to add, stop counting your blisters and start counting your blessing one by one. And when you start have the attitude of gratitude, you'll realize, and I like to tell people every once in a while, regardless of what your beliefs are, is every time tonight perhaps you want to try it. Just if you go to bed tonight and you wear house shoes or whatever, just tonight, or whenever this is, put the house shoes all far under your bed. And when you get up the next morning and you get down on your knees, crawling under there to get your bed slicker, while you already down there, would you give some thanks? Would you thank him for air, the air you breathe, the water you drink? You can walk, you can talk.
Yes.
How about somebody? And there's another thing that you already said. And build around you positive, powerful, and purposeful people. If you want to go up, you got to be around the people that go. That's why when I think John called us this afternoon, I just got through speaking an hour about storms and all the things in life, and she said, "Well, you come on." See, she can't. Y'all. The intention to when she called is to wish me happy birthday and tell me to send you a gift. But I said to her, when your motive is right and when you're pure, when you go to give, you always gonna get more than you give. And so but I want to close out on this storm thing. We are where I'm located right now. We are supposed to be hit with a really tight storm tomorrow morning, Monday, where I'm in South Carolina, way down there. It's supposed to stack South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and all that. And let me tell you something. Prepare yourself for the storm. And be prepared. But let me tell you something. Most of us focus on all the damage and the hurt that the storm can. But the storm comes for a different purpose. The storm can declare. The storm needs to get all the bush and the rubble and all the stuff to clear. It gives us fresh water. It gives us a tearing down of old structures and building up other stuff. So thank thank the Creator for storm. See, it didn't come to hurt you. It came to prepare you. And let's keep on holding on. And again, I got to say again to you two ladies, you all are doing a tremendous job. And
Thank
by the
you.
way, another thought hit me is that even if we can't make it physically next year, we have gotten a brand new system now that we pay for, that we can do it on Zoom with 300 people on Zoom. So, and I tell you, if we can't do it in person, we can do this. And let me tell you something, Joe. Let me tell you about our two partners. And when we do that, we're going to cut y'all. We're going to give you the time to talk about the gut, to talk about whatever that you want to talk about, because every time we get together, we do a master class. Come on. This is not an accident. This is the providence of God. And I told y'all years ago that you can depend on us. So when we got the call, I changed things around because this is my partners calling me. But I'm just telling y'all trained so well. You're so articulate. You make your coach feel good. I can sometimes I just gonna come and I'm just gonna sit and just and loose those two women, loose them and let them grow. Come, let them go. I tell you, those of you who are listening on Sunday night, put it on your calendar. We are not talking about woe is me. We are giving you hope. We are giving you word. We are giving you encouragement. We're going to tell you what you can do. We can tell you what you can. This is the fourth quarter. Now, this is my last comment. Let me tell you something. Some of you, this is your time and this is your turn right now. Don't talk to me and don't talk to anybody about 2026 because you haven't birthed your dream in 2025. And you're going to write off 3 more months and some days. Come on, this is your time now to birth. Don't talk about see, if you say 2026, the same thing you will say in 2025. It's time to stop drifting. And start shifting. And by the way, we talked about this last year. Stop nibbling. You can get nutrient, the vitamin, and get the food you need for your stomach, for your health, and for your mind. Nibbling. You got to stop. When you come here, we don't give you nibble. We give you a 7-course meal. So when you leave out here, and you can take a doggy bag. Are you listening? Are you listening? Hey, don't come here if you want to nibble. We don't give you snacks. We give you solution that is appropriate and applicable that you can apply immediately. And we are doing this for you. Because yes, it's true. We believe in you. Yes, it's true. There's a genius in you. Yes, it's true. We love you.
Yes. Well said, Dr. Jonas. Sarita. Stop nibbling. You know, the beautiful thing is that when you come into this space, there is so much nourishment. There is so much enrichment that we offer. And there is so much that you can take away and start living your true essential self. Start taking those inspired action steps to help you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Every week when we show up, it's all about you. We have you in mind. It's all about you. And it brings me to the point now that we have to keep our minds with our body. Because many times our mind is somewhere else and our body is somewhere else. We got to bring back the mind to the body and work on the mind. Because the mind is your thoughts. What are you doing with those thoughts? Because every day there's so many thoughts running through because the mind is going racing in all directions. And the body is just there paralyzed because the mind is racing in all directions. You got to bring back that mind to yourself and start to look at yourself. As I said before, look at yourself and see exactly where you're going, where you're heading. If you need to change your lens, you have to change your lens so you can see clearly. And changing your lens is doing the inner work. If you want to see clearly, you got to do the inner work. That's changing your lens so you can see in a different direction. And you got to be willing enough to do that inner work. If you don't do the inner work, you cannot see the transformation you're looking for. You have to come to that place of acceptance, surrender. I am going to do the inner work on myself. It's all about you. And you know the beautiful thing? You have the choice. You have that choice. You have that choice. You have that liberty to do it. It's all about you. If you want to see yourself shifting, as Dr. Jonas said, and not drifting, you got to come to that place of doing that inner work, that inner healing. Because when you do that inner healing, you're helping the generations who is going to come after you, because you're standing up and say, it stops with me. I'm going to do that inner healing. And for this week, I'm going to give you the 12 components. Write it down. Zoom in on each one of them, because each one of these areas are necessary for your life. Zoom in on your finances. Zoom in on your creativity, your social life, the people who you surround yourself with, your education. What are you listening to? Maybe you're thinking you're getting a nudge to do a course. You're getting this nudge to do a course, to educate yourself more. Get up and do it. Your spirituality. What is keeping you grounded and balanced and centered? Zoom in on your spirituality. If you need to get up 5 minutes or 10 minutes before in the morning to ground yourself, in whatever way you can, zoom in on your spirituality. Your health. How is your health? Look at your health. See exactly how you're feeling. Zoom in on your joy. Are you happy or are you always angry? Why are you angry? Look at that area in your life. Why am I always angry? Why am I always upset? Write it down. Why am I upset? Why am I angry? Write it down. Zoom in on your career. Are you in a job that is fulfilling you? Write it down. Your physical activities. Are you moving? Are you getting up and move on a daily basis? What about your home cooking? What about your home environment? As Lady J normally talk about your home environment. If each room represents what it is. And your relationship. How is the relationship with yourself and the relationship with the people who are around you? All these 12 components, or the 12 healing pillars, it's going to help you as an individual to understand yourself on a real deep level and to start that journey of healing. Because these 12 components, or the 12 healing pillars, is to help you to do a life audit on yourself. It's to help you as an individual to look at yourself. How is my relationship? Is parts of me that I don't like? Why I don't like these parts of me? Why I don't like these parts of me? Why am I not getting along with this individual? Is there something for me to learn? Is there something for me to heal? That is why this is showing up in my life. That is why I'm not getting along with this individual. So for this week, look at all these areas in your life and see exactly where it is. And if there are things that you need to move away, it's time that you move it away. So you can start to change the lens that you're looking through and see your life shifting in a different direction. Lady J?
Wow, it's a lot of zooming in.
Yeah, you got to zoom. That is the only way you're going to see what's, you got to be laser focused.
Right. And so beautifully outlined and so beautifully
Thank you.
said. And so it's important because as you zoom in, because we all talk about alignment. You don't want to be misaligned.
No.
You want to move into the level of alignment. And when you can move into the level of alignment and you look at all those things that were outlined by Lady K, then you answer the question, well, where am I in this point? You put a number towards that. Is there more work for me to do in this area?
Yes.
Is there more work for me to do in my relationship? Is there more work for me to do in my physical activity? Is there more work for me to take care of my environment? Is there more work for me to do in my finances? Is there more work for me to do in my social life? Put a number to that. Because as you put a number, honestly, because only you can tell, because it's by individuality, as you put a number towards that, then you can know, well, I need a little bit more work in this area. I need to do a little bit more work here. Because as we have the rest of the months to conclude 2025, you want to take a good analysis so that you can build a level of momentum within you. That as I close 25, I'm looking at all the areas that I need to get some work done. And you be intentional about it.
Yes.
You be intentional about it, because only you alone know about this. You're rooted in self-love. You're looking at all these areas. You want to live a life of alignment where you can show up on your all. You live in your best self, the true version of you. So when you show, people can have the level of experience and said, you know what, I feel good dealing with this individual because they're giving us something. That level of aura that they environment in their presence, I feel good. I feel nourished. And they inspire me. Look at all those areas, put a level of number next to them, and see whatever works sense to you, that makes sense to you, that I put a little bit of work, small increments, that you can put those level of work in those 12 components or the 12 healing pillars that we're calling it now. And then take those steps, the necessary steps, because you want to step higher. You want to move through that storm. You want to tap into your inner self, your inner you. And you want to move with a level of knowledge that you get on a daily basis. Put a little bit more work here. Put a little bit more work there. So sum it all up in one nutshell. Work in you. Know that you are special, and only choose what's choosing you.
Absolutely. Great job, Lady J. You know what? It comes to mind right now that we need to live a life that living the life that you deserve. Living the life of alignment. So in order for you to live the life that you deserve, you have to align yourself, and you have to go into the areas of your life to see exactly what's going on in those areas. Because that is the only way you're going to live holistically. You got to go into those areas. We cannot run from those 12 pillars. We cannot run from it. It's all part of our lives. And that is why we need to address it and see exactly what's the number on a scale of 1 to 10. What's the number there? And be honest about it. Be honest with yourself. Because you're doing it for you.
That's right.
You're doing it for you, so you got to be honest with you.
Yes.
Don't fool yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself. In all the areas of your life, be honest with yourself. Because many times we're living a life that we're not honest with ourselves about. We're not authentic about it. So we have to start looking at our lives and be honest about ourselves, because you deserve to live a life of alignment. Start living. You got to start living and stop drifting. Dr. Jonas, I'm going to really take that away with me.
Yes. Right.
That's right. Run with it.
I've got to run with that.
Run with it. Yes. This hook bonus from Jonas. Just hook that up. Hook that with bonus from Jonas. And then run with it. Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
many times we are drifting. That is so true.
That's right.
Wherever the storm take us, we going. They're just drifting, you
That's
know.
right. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We got to be laser focused in the storm.
Absolutely.
We got to be laser focused and know exactly where we're heading.
Absolutely.
Look at this. When a storm is coming, the storm know exactly where it's going.
That's right. That's right.
When a storm is coming, the storm know exactly where it's going. So we need to know exactly where we're going in the storm.
That's right. That's right.
We need to pay attention and know exactly where we're going in the storm.
Mm-hmm.
And have all the necessary tools in our toolbox when the storm comes.
That's right. That's right.
So you know what? This was such an enriching podcast this evening. You know, there's a lot of takeaways. If you join us late, you need to go and listen back to this on our YouTube channel, Soul Light and Body, because there are a lot of takeaways that you can take away this evening to really look at your life, see where your life is heading in a storm. When you're getting those nudge, you know, about doing something for yourself, sit with it, look at it, see all the possibilities, birth it, because there's greatness within you. We are telling you tonight there is greatness within you. You're special. You're one of a kind. As Dr. Jonas would say, nobody can think your fingerprint.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
You came with your own special fingerprint.
That's right.
You came with your own seed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the seed is a gift.
Yes, it is.
It's a gift to the world. It's a gift. We came with a gift.
Mm-hmm.
But many times we are stifling that seed.
That's right. That's right.
Water that seed with the right kind of water. Give that seed the right nutrients that it need in order to grow, blossom, and bloom.
That's right. That's right.
Dr. Jonas and Sidrah, we want to thank you so much for taking the time and sitting with us today. You know, whenever you guys come into this space, it's always enriching. It's always fulfilling. It's always transformational. It's always motivational. So we just want to thank you both for taking your time out of your busy schedule and to be a part of this enriching conversation this evening, because we know that someone out there is going to take the inspired action this evening, or whichever part of the world you are, you're going to take that inspired action and start making that step through the storm so you can start to not drift, shift.
That's right. That's right. And remember, as we close, it was a privilege and a pleasure for us to be with you again. And remember, bonus from Jonas, when you focus, what you focus on the longest becomes the strongest, and that when your value is clear, your decision is easy. And our motto,
go for greatness.
Our motto is: since greatness is possible, excellence is not enough. Go for greatness. Go for greatness. Go for greatness. Thank you very much. Have a great
Thank you, Dr. Jonas and Sidrah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And we want to thank Tommy Thompson.
Yes, Tommy as well for showing up, and Jesse. And Jesse was getting some technical difficulties, but you know what? It's okay.
It's okay.
Maybe, you know, we always look at things on a positive aspect.
Right.
Maybe this is not a right time for him to share.
Right.
You know.
Right.
We always look at things with a different eye. There is a next time he will come on and everything would be so smooth.
Yeah, and he's looking forward for that too. Because
Absolutely.
he's going to be talking about his website and stuff and all the great things and fantastic things he's doing.
Yes.
So it's divine timing. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. But we still want to thank him for taking the time for showing up.
Yes.
Yeah, we still want to thank him for taking the time. Yes, for showing up.
And all the support he gives us too as well.
Yes, absolutely. And to our viewers, we want to thank you, Shoma, for showing up in this space and always supporting us. You always support us. Thank you for your beautiful messages. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing our YouTube channel so others could come in as well and to hear these messages that is being offered every week to help them to grow, help them to blossom, help them to bloom and to evolve. Because we're just here to help humanity. every week when we show up, we are here to help in whatever way we can. We're giving you the tools, but you got to put the tools to work. This is a self-help project. You have to put the tools towards your life to help yourself to evolve. Because you know what? We came here with a purpose. You are a gift. Unwrap your gift. Unwrap your gift. You are a gift to this world. Unwrap your gift. Use the right tools. Make that commitment to yourself. Make the commitment today, this minute, this hour to yourself. I am going to go within and I'm going to start my journey. Because it all starts with you. You have a choice and it starts with you. Pour into yourself. Keep pouring into yourself. Surround yourself again with the right kind of people who are going to uplift you, who are going to motivate you, who are going to be there for you when you really need them. So to the audience, once again, to Annie, to Lisa,
Russ,
all of you, thank you so much for
everybody.
showing up and for your beautiful messages that you comments that you show up with today. Thank you so much for doing that. And you know we love you all.
Yeah.
You can reach out to myself and Lady J at any time. In the notes below, you're gonna find all our handles are there. And we just want to thank the 246 Vision Vibes family for giving us this platform so we can share and help the world at large. And to Sugar D, happy belated birthday to you.
Birthday to you.
We love you and continue to do the great work that you're doing because you're changing lives every single day. Thank you for creating 246 Vision Vibes because it's helping people all over the world. With what you bring presence and you help people. Thank you so much. And don't forget there in the notes, there is 246 Vision Vibe classified as with the goods and services. You can always check that out. And have a fabulous week. We want to thank you once again for being a part of enrichment of mind, body, and soul. And if you haven't subscribed yet to Soul, Light, and Body, we highly suggest that you subscribe and share our YouTube channel with someone who you know that could benefit from these podcasts. Thank you so much for showing up here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.